Hey besties! I can explain. I've been really busy. I feel like an avoidant man right now. If I were to summarize the last 2 months for you, it would be something like this. Is this lighting bad? If I watch this back and the lighting is bad, I'm gonna nothing, because I'm not making negative jokes about myself right now. Room reveal next video, because it's not ready yet, okay? Trust. Anyways, today we are gonna be watching the motherfucking Hunger Games 1 and 2, because I wanna. Maybe if I turn the lighting down? Is that better or worse? Is that better or worse? Comment down below. Is that better or worse? This will not be a first time watching video, nor will it be a second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth time watching video reaction. For a brief period in my life, I was obsessed with the Hunger Games. You know that one weird girl in your middle school who like thought she was Katniss Everdeen? That was me, bitch. So I really wanted to come back to it in time for the release of Still, you know, if there's one thing about me, it's that I will get the job done. It will not be done on time, but it will be done. By the way, I read the book and I saw the movie and I loved both. So thank you to my patrons for supporting me and for choosing this video. I am very happy to be back. I never have any intention to quit, but I have been making videos on this platform for, this occurred to me and then I felt super old, 9 years, almost a decade, almost half of my life. So if you haven't learned it yet, I am the plague, bitch. You cannot escape me. I'm so excited. I said about the film I've seen 1 million times.
It's something that knits us all together.
He thought he ate that, and it wasn't even that clever.
What defines your personal signature?
It's so good. It's so...
It's your first year, Prim. Your name's only been in there once. They're not gonna pick you.
Growing up, I was like Prim's age reading this, and my sister like Katniss's age, so I like attached heavily to their relationship, which ended really well for me, as we all know. I love my sister. I know you're watching. Love you. She is the YA fashion blueprint, by the way.
It's not funny.
What are you gonna do with a 100-pound deer, Catnip?
Let me just say, Gale girlies, you are not safe here. This is not your safe space. I'm sorry. I used to be Team Gale when I first read the books, but then you want to know what I did? Is I grew up because I was 10 and my prefrontal cortex was not yet done developing. Peter Millark is the greatest fictional boyfriend of all time. You may think this is a joke. It is not. I have not gone a single day where I don't think about this man since I saw these movies in my goddamn life. And when people say they don't like him, like we're done and it's over because...
It's as simple as that. What?
Nothing.
Fine, laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
And that would be the 5 seconds in the entire series where Katniss is happy.
No, I'd get 5 miles. I'd go that way.
I have Prim, and you have your brothers.
We can come too.
Prim in the woods.
I love that shot and kind of shaky cam. One thing this movie loves is a shaky cam. I bring back the handheld shaky cam. I love it so much. It creates constant anxiety. It just feels very real to me personally.
Nothing bad will happen to you. Okay? I promise.
I bet she felt a little bit of shit after that one. I was like, oh shit, well now I have to volunteer because I just said
Primrose Everdeen.
The world was changed forever. I literally remember the first time I got to the end of that chapter and I read that line. The impact this series had on the trajectory of my life and my inspiration as a writer, yeah, because I'm kind of writing a book that I started almost 2 years ago and still isn't done. So, you know, just saying. It's almost done. It's almost done.
I volunteer as tribute.
She's such a good actress. Did you know that she was literally one of those people who just got recruited because she had this just like epic face card?
How Jennifer Lawrence
Became an actress. I was in New York watching street dancing and someone took my picture and then my life exploded.
Peter Millark.
Emma, that's a fully grown man. Okay, I hear what you're saying. Have we considered also that that is baby girl? Josh Hutcherson. You know what? One of the things I like about rewatching these films now, knowing about the prequel and like Coriolanus's, it feels so ick saying that name. Never actually said it out loud. Snow's perspective shows how the Hunger Games used to be, and also watching this, you see how much it has changed since then because of what he implemented. Like the fact that originally they were just thrown in the back of that cart altogether, and a bunch of them died on the way, just like being transported from the districts and weren't fed, to this, the grandeur of it all. And it's a huge spectacle. Being prepared, like a pig for slaughter. I loved that we get to see the evolution of that. Sucks for them, though. I am going to be sick.
Okay, I think that's enough of that.
And I don't think we talk about this enough. Because what was that? It's so... the casting for Haymitch, as well as just the casting in general.
No, I was just asking about how to find shelter.
Which would come in handy if, in fact, you were still alive. You passed the marmalade.
See, and this is why they need each other. Because Katniss needs to keep people in check. And Peeta knows how to woo people. Peeta is so clever.
That is mahogany.
She absolutely ate that delivery, by the way. I too would fall for this. Look at him, he's such a cutie pie.
I'm here to help you in any way that I can.
Cinna was my favorite character when I read the books. Nothing could have prepared me. Suzanne Collins, I am in your walls. People love to talk about the deaths that are messed up in this movie, especially but if I may just say, if I may just say, huh? Also, did you guys see the new photo of them that came out? Anyway.
Come on, I love it.
Just sitting here. I miss you right now, kid, huh? Actually,
The way that I love Rue. Suzanne Collins, I am in your walls.
You know what my mother said? She said District 12 might finally have a winner.
He's so this is me trying coded. Oh well, I guess she gets her karma for that when she blows up later, so. This will never make sense to me, by the way. Oh, I used to decorate the cakes down at the bakery, so now I can, where do we turn into a tweet? I can turn into a walk into ground. I will let that plot hole go, as I love him too much to care.
Tomorrow they'll bring you in one by one.
That's so messed up. The kids being like, yay, yippee, murder. I mean, like, I do that, but it's a joke when I'm doing it. A level 4 magnitude cuntquake on the Richter scale.
Thank you.
Sorry, people on Twitter are saying cuntquake now, and it's very confusing.
Nice shooting, sweetheart.
I mean, why do we have a winner?
This scene is so, from, if you've watched The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, this scene is so, why do we have the Hunger Games? I love the parallels. Again, perfect. His whole character. Because you're like, oh wow, I love him. He's so cool and neat and fun. And then when shit starts to actually get real, you're like, oh no, he's like massively a part of the problem and a terrible person the whole time. Oh, POV, anxiety. Look at my boy Peeta.
I don't think winning's gonna help me at all.
And why not?
Because she came here with me.
Because she came here with me. I love this scene. She is just like me for real. This is me when I find out someone has a crush on me. A perfectly reasonable reaction, if you ask me. I wish she would pin me up against the wall and say,
I just don't want them to change me.
I just don't want them to change me. I feel normal and fine about this. I feel normal and chill. See, that's why, like, I literally don't even like watching the last two. Some people are like, the Mockingjay part 1 and 2 is not even, it's like that. No, you're wrong, okay? I just feel personally as a fan of both Peeta and Finnick, no thank you. I'm just gonna take care of my mental health and not watch. Nope.
Step off that pedestal early or they'll blow you sky high.
Oh, great. This whole scene is so well done. That whole scene. I sound like I have to poop. I was amazed that that was something that they could show in theaters because it had a PG-13 rating, which they had to navigate around a lot. Originally, the content was like R-rated. I love how there's no sound, like the ringing in the ears, and oh my god, the scene in Catching Fire when she comes up into the arena. Okay, Emma, wait, we're still in the first movie. We're still barely on the first. Oh, this is gonna be so hard for me to shut up and just watch. Oh no.
I'm coming for you.
Haha, dumbass.
Come on.
Maybe you should throw the sword.
Katniss Everdeen, the woman that you are. So I don't want to be the one to say it, but they had like a full thing of arrows. What's the thing called? The cylinder for the arrows. They had a full sling. They were fully stocked. They used one and he missed and he gave up. Really? You can't just like walk around the tree a little bit? I just know this shit hurted. I just know this shit hurted. Rue, you're so clever for that. Me at the function completely sobered but overstimulated.
And the boy from my district?
Yeah, he's okay.
Stop. The way she looks at Katniss. The way she looks at Katniss. We need to launch a full-scale federal investigation. That one clip of Ian Somerhalder.
We need to launch a full federal investigation into why and how this happened. Who allowed this?
Hey, I'll see you for supper.
Why are we still making promises, Katniss? Because look how the first one turned out. The slow-mo apple rolling. That's... Oopsie! Me when I did a mistake. He was just a boy.
A bed of grass, a soft
This is like the first thing to set off a switch. Before for Katniss, it was just about saving her sister. This, something shifted. Rue's death is probably the most important one in a series when it comes down to it. And it will shatter me forever, and I will never heal from it. So great.
Will I get over it?
No. But life goes on. Oh.
Everyone likes an underdog.
I don't.
The regulations requiring a single victor have been suspended.
Oh my god, Peter!
Oh my god, Peter! Ladies and gentlemen, the future father of her children. Hot girls have back problems, I think. And you know, let's take a moment to quickly discuss this. No, he did not. No, he did not. Conspicuously, and then perfectly matching the... I have something to show you guys. This is my Kirby with legs. He's so boyfriend.
Katniss.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be so violently ill. Look at that. They simply don't do the fictional couples like they used to. Look, that man is pining. He is just like me, for real. Please, God. The Peter Malark factory for fictional good boys does not work like it used to. What on God's good green earth must I do? People who don't like Peter, explain. People who think Peter doesn't love Katniss, explain, because those people exist. Katniss and I are not the same. If Peter Malark looked at me like that, as you'll notice, I don't have a ring. Oh, as you'll notice, oh fuck, as you'll notice, I don't have a wedding ring. But I do have space available if you... Oh, get over it. You call that a kiss?
I remember the first time I saw you.
Oh shit, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care.
There's no way I'm letting you go.
Peter.
Please.
I'm just a girl. The begging, the whimpering. This is not a bit. Like when I tell you I've made fan edits of them before.
Well, that's sweet. No, it's too bad that you couldn't help your little friend. That little girl. What was her name again? Rue.
Oh my gosh, she was just fucking crazy, honestly. Like there was no need for this.
Name.
Oh, we'd love to see it. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a god. Karma is Clove getting her head smashed in on the side of a wall.
Just this time, 12. Baru.
And we don't talk about this enough. They were just kids. The scene with all the bodies and the flag being pulled down, the Capitol flag coming off the wall. Ugh. I love how the film shows that there is humanity and goodness in people, even in the cruelest, most terrible times. I'm gonna shit and piss and die. The last guy who looked at me that way lost interest in me the next day.
We could go home.
This shot very personal to me.
Okay, I'll take the bow. I'm just kidding. I'll go pick some stuff.
Stop. Look at, and you're gonna tell me that's a woman in love. She just does not know that yet. And the timing of her finding out was very inconvenient.
Are you okay?
I heard the cannon. That's Nightlock, Peter. Damn you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, by the way, I can't scream because I live with 2 other people now. So, I'm just gonna...
Oh, that's great.
You know what's so fucked up? The dogs, the mutts or whatever. In the book, they would genetically engineer them to have the faces of the dead victors plastered onto them. So fucked up. I understand why that was something they didn't do. He just picks him up like it's nothing. That's hot.
Go on. Anyway.
All of his life, he was trained into thinking that this is what he should want. And you as the audience member are made out to kind of hate him because he's like a prick. But in moments like these, you see that he, like everyone else, is literally just a child.
I always was, right? I didn't know that till now. How's that? Is that what they want?
Seeing this, you're like, how could anyone watch this and think that this is okay? But then you look at kind of the state of the world and the things that we allow right now, and people seem okay turning a blind eye to it, just the way that they do in this series. And then when you learn the inspiration behind the series and the fact that it was literally Suzanne Collins just watching news footage of the war in Iraq.
I found myself going in between reality television programs and footage of the Iraq War. These images sort of began to meld together in my mind.
And watching that created this, and seeing the ways we have failed to progress from that since then. I'm just saying it's interesting. I'm just saying if you're not seeing the patterns and connections.
The previous revision, allowing for 2 victors from the same district, has been revoked.
They were so rude for that.
One of us has to die. They have to have their victor.
No, they don't.
So true, because I would have done the same exact thing. Also the parallels of this to Sejanus being like, I'm gonna kill myself on national TV during the games.
I have to do this. I have to go where the cameras are.
She said, fine, then I will just kill myself. I see a lot of Lucy Gray in PETA and a lot of Sejanus in Katniss.
2.
This is so sorry, but yeah, the whole point of this video is that I could reflect sort of tying it to the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So if you don't want to hear about it, sorry. But the scene after the games when Lucy wins and they bring Coriolanus in and they just have his fucking handkerchief and the shit that he used to cheat in the games. Him using this exact same tactic, the plot connections, the parallels. Oh, I know she just hates him.
What a lovely pin.
That man was foaming at the mouth. That man who tried to assassinate the entire Mockingjay species. Seeing Katniss of all people.
Pretty little thing, but it's determined. I think Katniss has a much nicer ring, don't you?
Stand up to him and defy him and actively win the games. I had to laugh. I have to laugh. She is the embodiment of everything he left behind and everything he hates about himself. And oh, I just think it's delicious.
I don't want to forget.
Katniss, baby, you lost me on this one, I'm not gonna lie to you. How good did he look in Five Nights at Freddy's, by the way? I watched it, by the way. It was good, but I think what the world really needs is the two of them in a rom-com together. Well, that concludes the Hunger Games. They made that first movie for $78 million, which I feel like in that industry and now is nothing. Bitch, tell me why the fuck this movie has a 68% rating on Metacritic. Me when I'm wrong and stupid and wrong. What a shot. Imagine how traumatizing literally everything would be. Because after you win the games, your life's still ruined forever, to be honest.
Gail, it was an act.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Oh my God.
I did what I had to do to survive. If I didn't, I'd be dead.
It's giving nothing.
I had to do that.
Okay, did you though? I love them.
What are you doing?
If that head game maker, Seneca Crane, had had any brains at all, he would have blown you to bits then and there.
So true. If I were in his position, I don't know why they couldn't have just sent down a little bomb or something. Again, not that I actually wanted them to die, but come on. You really got bested by 2 kids and a handful of blueberries? Amateur. I would be so much better at murder than him.
And then in a fraction of time, the whole system collapses.
It must be a fragile system if it can be brought down by just a few berries.
Yes, it is indeed.
First of all, so true. Second of all, Katniss Everdeen, the woman that you are. Just a reminder that her name means swamp potato. That's my swamp potato. You get him.
I'll convince them.
No. Convince me.
The psychological damage she is inflicting upon this poor boy. You know she's a good actress because she can act like she's in love while not being in love, while also falling in love.
What did you say?
Katniss.
Oh, it's just the way that he said Katniss. Oop.
I know it's not fair of me to hold you to things you said in the games. You saved us.
This is why he's better than Gale, by the way.
What's your favorite color?
Well, now you've stepped over the line.
This scene, the way a conversation seemingly about so little ends up meaning so much. Might I also add, for those of you who didn't notice, in Mockingjay Part 2, after Peeta's had his memories all scrambled, he remembers not his own favorite color, but Katniss's. And you know what I have to say about that?
We'd like to donate 1 month of our winnings to the families of the tributes every year for the rest of our lives.
He can't, but he did.
He can't, but he did. And this is why the other bitches will never compare. The same way that Rue's death was a turning point for the shift in the mentality she had towards the games is sort of the same way that this death forced her to shift her perspective into being like, I can't be silent, I can't be on the sidelines.
It's cozy.
Attitude.
I say that all the time. And if I may say, the fit is eating.
It makes you sick. So you can go on eating. How else could you taste everything?
I think it's time for a dance. Katniss?
I love him. He's so pooky in this movie. Imagine being starved your entire life and then hearing that shit.
Also, here's a little random obscure detail. Peeta has his nails painted in this scene. It's specifically only the fingernails used when making the sign of the revolution, which I think is just super cool.
He was just dumb for that.
Tributes are to be reaped from the existing pool of victors.
Peeta.
What's it say that Peeta was here 45 minutes ago begging to save your life and you only just now show up? You could live 100 lifetimes and never deserve that boy.
To me, it's like, how could she feel like she could deserve him when he's such a good person? You know, and I don't see that as a dig so much at Katniss as I do a testament to Peeta's character. I feel like the lighting is gonna be weird on this one, so sorry. You can see the change in attitude just in the way she carries her body in this scene compared to the reaping in the first one.
Katniss Everdeen.
There's something so fucked about literally just the one piece of paper. She's not even in her body. The way that I hate Coriolanus Snow. If we're talking young Coriolanus Snow, I can fix him.
I can't let you do that. You can't stop me.
Just literally sexy. So, sorry. Sorry, don't boo me. Maybe it's not the right time and place, but...
She had them filed in the fangs so she could rip people's throats out.
She's committed, I'll give her that.
The chemistry this cast has with each other, unmatched. Peeta's attitude. And last but not least, I would like to discuss this shot and how good they both look, because what is that? At least she's slaying.
What happened to the pretty little girl dresses?
I outgrew them.
You certainly did.
I love this man. That is my husband. And, so you might be saying, Emma, I thought Peeta was your husband. No. Peeta is boyfriend and slash or interchangeably baby girl. This is husband. Now you might be saying, Emma, he's married. Also, he's fictional. Also, he's dead. To that I say, what's your point? Like, what's your point?
Well, then how do people pay for the pleasure of your company?
This line, knowing what he's been through, how they used and traded his body in the Capitol, I don't think the films get into his trauma enough. Or just him. You know, that would be my main critique of the film. And also that one deleted scene of him and Katniss.
Don't look at me, look at that. Huh?
What'd he want?
To know all my secrets.
I have to get in line.
My man had no chill this movie. He said, by the way, I'm still massively, terribly down bad. Just in case you forgot. Look at her face. The face of a woman in love who doesn't know she's in love. She's figuring it out and she's almost there. She's like this close. That is husband and wife. I spat. Oh, also, fit check. So we got business casual on the front. Or not on the front, on the top. And then Spider-Man PJs on the bottom. I mean party. Fuck. I know what you're thinking, and I can tell you. Yes, I did buy a matching set for my dog. The way she locks eyes with him and then sets off the fire. That's my swamp potato. Oldie was fuming.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even like him like that, alright? I don't even, and why are you touching my husband? I don't even like him like that, though. Her acting in this scene alone. And let's discuss Haymitch. This is one of the best scenes in the whole series. Then you get it or you don't.
To separate us and them. Probably my fault.
The foreshadowing of that to her final scene. Nobody talked to me. Nobody talked to me. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't hurt as bad as Rue. Not that it's a competition or anything. And I love, he like looks impressed by her. Like you think it's in a dickish way, but no, like he literally is. No, this right here, all right? If there's one thing Peeta and Katniss are gonna do, it's piss everyone off.
I want Wyrus and Beatty.
Joanna calls them nuts and bolts.
Well, okay, good. Now, who else?
Mags? All right, fine, then no one.
I want the two crazy people. No? Okay, I have the really old one. No? Fuck. All right, guess I'll just die.
Let's hear it.
So sad how all of those children tragically died as a result of the system we specifically put in place to kill them. Anyway, can I get a round of applause in this video? Parallels of how the people in the Capitol look compared to some of the wealthy elite of our current society.
I just can't stop crying.
God, does anybody actually believe this?
The Court of Crow were written into law by men. Certainly it can be unwritten.
He devoured that.
Interesting concept.
The deal was that if I win the Hunger Games, I get to live the rest of my life in peace. But now, you want to kill me again. Well, you know what?
All right then.
Just know I can't give this performance my all at the minute, but let's just say I've rehearsed it. Joanna is female rage, and I love her. The things I can say about this shot right here. The cinematography is cinematographing. Was an English major.
It's a verdict. Your stylist certainly has outdone himself.
He died for this. The power of fashion, bitch. A huge part of what was able to launch the revolution was literally clothes. This man's mind.
You know, Katniss and I, we've been luckier than most. I wouldn't have any regrets at all. If it weren't.
His full fake stuttering. If it weren't for fuck you, he's such a little shit, and I would die for him 1,000,000,000,000 times.
If it weren't for the baby. This is news to all of us.
Oh, now everyone's upset. Interesting.
Calm down.
Unborn embryo, line drawn. You would think the point here would be obvious to people, and yet.
All of us.
You can see his real self in his eyes. He's pissed. My show's getting interrupted by these people wanting to live. God damn it! Excellent, excellent cinema. Their silhouettes all unified. The blackout, the cut. I'm losing feeling in my butt, and I'm falling asleep.
Well, you both deserved so much better.
Her character arc is amazing. You can like see her actively unlearning what she's been taught her whole life. She's like deprogramming their wiring.
Keep him alive. Promise me.
Me when I lie.
They're holding hands. I want them dead.
I cannot do this scene. I cannot. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Every time I watch it, I hope it will turn out differently, and it doesn't. And it's crazy how that works. Okay, the scene. If you lived to live. If you live to live through this experience, that's not. If you were lucky enough to live through the experience of seeing this in cinema, when the aspect I'm so excited I can't speak. When the aspect ratio of the film shifts as she's lifted into the arena. I am sweating my biddies off. Cool, Suzanne Collins, cool. The whole quarter quell thing, by the way, sick and twisted. And so, of course he would come up with that.
6, 5.
I also love this scene because you can see the panic and sadness turn to rage. The comparison to the first movie. It's so good and really sad if you think about it.
Good thing we're allies, right?
A moment of appreciation for Finnick Odair's dimples.
You think that's funny?
Every time that cannon goes off, it's music to my ears.
I can see why this didn't look too good for him, for Katniss.
He's not breathing. He's not breathing. He's not breathing.
Be careful, there's a force field up there.
Your heart stopped.
It's okay. It's working now.
It's working.
It's okay.
This being the moment where Finnick knew that it wasn't an act killed me.
Someday I want to love someone that much.
So you shall, my darling.
I just know that pissed him off. And what's worrying for him, he knows what it looks like to be in love because he was so very briefly with Lucy Gray. And he knows in this moment the same thing Finnick knows. It clicks for him. He's like, oh, shit. Fuck. He's seen it in himself with her, the way they are. And I just, I'm so chill about it.
Please stay there.
Because what was that? Did we need to be kissing him on the mouth? Like, but I guess I understand. She's like, it's my last final moments on Earth. I'm gonna get a kiss from Finnick Odair. I understand completely. Never mind. Motion people go. I'm gonna lose my shit.
For you.
Thank you.
When's the last time a man cracked open a shell and gave you a pearl? That's what I thought. So.
It's a clock. It's a clock. Oh my god, it's a clock. Iris, you're a genius!
Getting to this for the first time, this shot, let's discuss. Looking at it from this point after, you're like, it's so obvious. It's so good how obvious. And with the force field, with the foreshadowing earlier, oh, please. Me personally, I would be dead. I'd be bones, blood and guts, I would be.
Okay, that's enough.
I like that they're like fucking shit up, right? And then once he sees that Katniss is like actually in danger and gonna get hurt, he stops the spinning. I like that detail.
It's okay, they're just months, it's not real!
He's trying so hard to get to her. You can see the ripples of his like fingers and his forehead and his face because he's trying so hard to get through to her. How are you gonna tell me you're Team Yale? Imagine being loved this much by a person. Some of you don't have to imagine that. Others of us, however, do have to imagine it.
What if we set your backyard on fire? You know, you can't put everybody in here.
What? You can't hurt me. There's no one left that I love.
And I don't think we looked into that enough.
If you die, and I live, I'd have nothing. You have to live. For them.
He's even got fucking fuck-ass Gale in there.
Nobody needs me.
I do. I need you.
This is when it clicks. Approximately 5 minutes before everything goes to shit, I'm gonna lose my mind the way he kisses her in this scene. I'm not... I don't even care. I don't even care. So...
I'm gonna go with him as a guard.
No. You're staying here to protect me. And the tree.
No, I need to go with her.
I'm gonna be mad about this scene forever if he would have just gone with her. Timing was so not on their side. And the fact that all of them here knew except for her. And that shot right there is the last time Peter Millark is ever actually fully Peter Millark. And you know something else? He'd do it again. He'd do it 100 times for her. And she would do it for him. Penis, my beloved.
Katniss.
Remember who the real enemy is. Me watching the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Remember who the real enemy is. I am trying, okay? But he looks very good. It's so good. Absolutely rocked his shit.
It's not possible.
Oh, is it not?
To dark heavens be!
Get betrayed, bitch! So good. It's so good.
Morning, sweetheart.
Real invalid reaction.
Where's Peeta?
She cannot catch one single fucking break. Which makes sense. She is the main character. But Lord. You know, Suzanne finds a way to continue surprising us with new ways to traumatize us for 3 books straight. And in a way, I respect that. Ugh. Ugh.
Hey, Catnip.
They're not in 12?
There is no District 12.
Bombshell after bombshell in this movie. Literally. The sheer amount of plot that occurs in this movie, crazy. It's non-stop. Bitch, I am enraptured. Such a good last shot. It's so Bella. It's so Breaking Dawn Part 1. Dude, incredible. I will stand by it. I think this is one of the best book to film adaptations ever. It is 1:30 in the morning and I have had so much fun. Sorry if this was goofy or whatever. I love this series. I will love it forever. Coriolanus Snow, I hate you and I will eat your head for breakfast. Anyways, I don't really know what else to say. Thank you so much to everyone who watched this video and who supported my channel, and thank you so much to my patrons. Feel free to subscribe or don't, because fair enough. I love you, take care of yourselves, and may the odds be ever in your favor. I hated it as I said it. Goodbye.